What's going on, Crystal Clear crew? Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's a brand new day, which means I got a brand new vlog for y'all. If you're new to my channel, my name is Crystal. I post videos every single day, so make sure you smash that subscribe button and join the crew. Honestly, guys, today I didn't really want to do this vlog, but because it is the month of May, and for those of you who do know, the month of May is Mental Awareness Month. Some of you guys might not know that. But it is Mental Awareness Month, and I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about like what it's like to live with depression and anxiety. So I do suffer from depression and anxiety, so it is something that I live with on a daily basis. I wouldn't say I have severe anxiety or anything like that, but I do have anxiety. I am diagnosed with anxiety, and I am diagnosed with depression. And it is something that, I talk about to my friends and my family. I'm pretty open about it. A lot of times people who suffer from this are very quiet about it. They don't really want to talk about it. Maybe because they're afraid of being judged, or maybe because they just don't want to talk about it. Everybody has different side effects who suffer from depression and anxiety. And so I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what it is for me to go through it on a daily basis, and like just living life with it. So as you guys might know, if you guys seen my previous videos, I had a pretty rough childhood growing up. My stepdad wasn't a very nice guy. I lived in a house that was very hostile, very violent, and so growing up wasn't like the best for me. Seeing all my other friends having this, lifestyle very different from mine kind of like honestly affected me. So I didn't know I had depression probably until I hit college, which is when I first started going to therapy. At first, I heard the word therapy and I was really afraid because, for one, I didn't want to go into a therapy session telling them about my life and then them going back and taking my mom away, taking my siblings away. I thought that was how it worked because, we live in America. That's what I was brought up thinking. So I was very afraid. So I never really wanted to go. But I ended up going when I first started college because I was just like a really, I guess you could say, sad person. I was just really down, living every day, having the thoughts of basically, if I disappeared, would anybody care? Very unmotivated, worthless, thinking, what's the point? I've tried everything. Will I ever be happy? If I die right now, would anybody care? So those were basically thoughts that constantly run through my mind, as I was a child growing up, and even honestly, even to now. There are days where, these thoughts do come into my head. Constantly thinking if things are going to get better. Can I survive this? Why can't I just change? Will this ever stop? I know depression is a very sensitive topic that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I feel like for my channel and for a person that's going through it personally, I don't see why I wouldn't want to make this type of video. And honestly, I've tried recording this about 4 times already. It's very difficult for me to sit here and actually talk about my emotions and feelings about depression and anxiety because it brings back those memories that I had before. But I want to sit down and just kind of talk to you guys about it. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's not as funny or it's not as entertaining as my other videos, but I feel like I should just get this message across because I know that there are thousands of people out there that are going through the same things that I'm going through, and some of them don't know where to get help or how to get help or how to cope with certain things. And so I kind of just want to share my experience with you guys and just kind of let you guys know, like, hey, like if you guys need a friend or if you guys need somebody to talk to or somebody to just a pair of ears just to listen. I'm here. You guys know you guys can always reach out to me, message me on my social media accounts and all that. So if you guys ever need a friend, just remember, I am here for you. Living with depression, it's very difficult. At first, it's very difficult to actually accept it to begin with, because I remember back when I was going to Cal State Northridge, when I was first diagnosed with it, I didn't want to believe it because I didn't think that it was true. I knew that I was a sad person. I knew that I wasn't happy with my life, but the word depression is just so heavy to me that I honestly didn't want to accept it. But after going to a few therapy sessions, it really helped me out. Talking to my therapist, talking to my counselor, and just trying to understand what my mind was going through. It really helped me out and really made me understand what depression is and how to cope with it and how to deal with it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell each person or tell everybody that's watching my videos to like, hey, you guys should go to therapy or you guys have to go to therapy. Now, that's solely based on you. If you feel like you need to go to therapy or you feel like you want to try therapy out, hey, I'm all for it. I support you guys. Go for it. You might be scared at first. I know I was really scared at first, but honestly, it helps you out a lot. Being able to talk to somebody that has no clue who you are and basically just sit there and listen to you, it's honestly the best feeling in the world. They don't judge you for your sexual orientation, the way you look, the way you dress, the color of your skin. They don't judge any of that. And so just sitting there being able to talk to my counselor that first time really, like, basically, it really lifted a rock off my shoulder. And because I was going through a lot at home, it really helped me out by just talking to somebody and basically just explaining to them, like, hey, this is what's going on and this is what's going on in my head, and basically just helping me out, like helping me go through, you know, life. Living life with depression is a constant battle between whether you think what you're doing is correct or what you're doing is incorrect. At least that's how it is for me. I feel like sometimes I'm worthless, and I feel like sometimes I don't mean anything to anybody. But when I'm reminded by those who support me and by those who love me, it kind of takes those thoughts away. And that's just what depression does. Basically, with depression, you have all these just thoughts running through your head, questioning yourself. Living with depression is draining. It really makes you tired. It makes you want to be lazy. There are days where I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed, listen to music, and just be by myself. It tends to make me isolate myself a lot of the times. And other times it makes me very angry, it makes me irritated. But those are all symptoms of depression. And if I was completely honest, that was why I took such a long break from doing YouTube. So I stopped vlogging from December up until a couple weeks ago. I go to therapy once a month. Therapy helps me out a lot. I have a therapist that helps me out with different coping mechanisms that I can use when I'm not in a therapy session. So when I'm at home or when I'm in the streets, it helps me with depression and anxiety. For me, going to therapy just helps me out a lot because it kind of just lets me clear my mind. It lets me talk about how I feel. Anxiety is something else that I suffer from. So with anxiety and depression, when both of them happen at the same time, it's really difficult for me to like just sit down and concentrate and focus on a certain task that I'm working on or whatever's going on in my life at that point. And when that happens, I kind of just break apart and just feel again like I'm worthless. And so I kind of just throw everything away and I just isolate myself. I don't talk to anybody. I try to just be by myself because that's just the way I cope with things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I obviously can't sit here and prevent anything from happening to anybody, but what I can do and can say is that you are not alone. I want everybody to remember that. Anybody that's suffering from depression or anxiety, I want you to know that you are not alone. There are other people in this world that have similar symptoms as you, going through the same thing as you, and all we need is just somebody to listen to us and just understand how we feel. I know at times it could be difficult. I know at times you feel like you're the only person in this world. I feel like that a lot of the times. But I constantly remind myself that everything is going to be okay. Those are the words that I repeat to myself every single night before I go to bed. Or if I'm going through a certain situation that is bringing me down, I constantly repeat it in my head, and I tell myself that everything is going to be okay. God put us on this earth for a reason. If he didn't want us here, we wouldn't be here. You have a purpose to be on this planet. You have a purpose to be here today. And I need everybody to understand that. Those who are suffering from depression and anxiety, I know the easiest thing to do is to disappear. And I know that you feel like you don't mean anything to anybody. But I want you to know that to me, you do mean something. Depression kills sometimes, and I'm here to voice myself to try to prevent that. If you're watching this and you are suffering from depression or anxiety, or if you have somebody that you know is suffering from anxiety or depression, please, there's a helpline number that I'm gonna link down below in my description. Please reach out to them and please seek help. I know that this was a very difficult video to probably watch, and I honestly didn't want to bore you guys with a lot of the information that I was giving out. Knowing that I have depression and anxiety and voicing myself, maybe I can help somebody out that is watching my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.